Hi, this is Ernie with Broodhome Farms, and today we're going to be talking about the first garden beds of spring. What we've got here today are the tomato beds. I've got raised beds for my tomatoes so that I can work on them and work on the soil at an easy to use level. At this point, the tomatoes are tall enough that some of them have started to be strung up for vining. They are well established, and although some people might think this is a bit late, I'm in zone 5A here, and just last week it was in the low 30s overnight. And so we haven't got too much more going in the garden just yet because it's just getting there for us in temperatures. The tomatoes, however, were started indoors and well established, and they survived the night even though it got really cold. Um, and they seem to be doing very well. Now these beds were built this year, and they are filled up with wood at the bottom to give some substance, and that wood will break down over time. It will rob some nitrogen from the soil as it breaks down, but we will be amending for that and keeping an eye on the levels of nitrogen in the soil. Once the wood was placed in these beds, we packed in leaves and grass and old chicken manure and things of that nature, and really got it as tightly packed in as we could before adding about 8 to 10 inches of topsoil on top of that. From there, we dressed it with well seasoned cow manure on top to help add some more nutrients to the soil as it broke down in the rain and when we watered it. Each year, this will get dressed in the fall with leaves and grass to be, to be tucked in and put to bed for the winter. And the worms will eat that over the year and feed the beds as it goes. Um, the tomatoes that we have here, though, in the beds range in types and in use. Back here we have cherry tomatoes, a couple different varieties, and as you were to walk up this bed, you would find a number of different tomatoes for both sauces and sandwiches and salads and things of that nature. Now, in this bed here in the foreground are sweetie cherry tomatoes, and in the background are black cherry tomatoes. And as we move along, here in the foreground are Ace 55s, and in the background you can see Roma. And in this next portion here, in the foreground are Brandywine tomatoes, and in the background are San Marzano. So stay tuned and keep following us as we go through each of the different beds in the garden each different week, and you can see the different things that we're growing here. Have a good day, and thanks for coming by.